nothing but check auth. This also I need to test it. Why? Because this particular component, when I'm just checking for get salary slip, it is also having written not authenticated. So I need to test that check auth method, which is also being declared in the service. So that is also I need to check it. But how do I check with, because that particular method, now you understood this here. I'll just tell you here. Where is this? Yeah. See here, get salary, within get salary slip, you are calling this check auth method. So you are calling the check auth method of this particular auth service. So this check auth method, that is the method, is within the salary get salary slip method. So now how do you identify that and just test it? For that purpose, we are using a concept called a spy. So what are we doing is we are spying on it. So Angular is having an feature which is called a spy. So what is the spy doing? Whenever you are trying to invoke get salary slip, it is also going and checking. Spy means it is trying to check. So just like a detective. So it is going to go and check what the detective will do. No, if so like that only, it is also going and spying it. So what it is going and spying, whether that authentication is also happening, authentication method is also being executed or not, it is going and spying. For that, we need to use a method called as spy on. So you need to use a method which is called as spy on method. So this is the method which you need to use it. Okay. So here spy on auth service. So what is this auth service? Auth serve is nothing but it's the instance of this authentication service. This is the instance. So spy on auth service. Which method you are trying to spy? It is having two parameters. One is the that is the instance, and then the method. So which is the method name? The method name is check auth. So after you do this part of it, what is that particular method is going to return? It is and the method is going to return some value. So what is it? Whether it is the true or false. The method is going to write that whether the get salary method, get salary slip method, that is get salary slip method, is able to identify check auth and then it is trying to invoke or not. So for that, it is returning a value true or false. If it is able to identify, if it is able to spy, then it is written true. Okay, so that is what we are trying to do it here. So after spy, what is that we are going to do is, after you identified it, so you need to display something. So how do you identify that, and whether it has been called or not? How do you know that? Yes, spy on method, what it is doing, it is trying to spy on it. Means it is trying to, what we call in Hindi, I don't know. क्या बोलता है spy को?
Watch.
Okay, that is English. In Hindi?
खुफिया.
Huh? क्या?
जासूस.
जासूस. ओके, ठीक है, जासूस. So ये spy on method जासूस कर रहे हैं. क्या get salary slip is able to call that particular auth service or not? So after this जासूस करने के बाद क्या कर रहे हैं? So we need to identify that really it is being called or not. So for that we are writing this expect auth dot check auth. So this is the service, this is the instance dot check is the method to have been called, means which if it is have been called, whether it has been called or not, it is going to check, it is going to expect. If it has been called, it is true, otherwise it has been false. So this is where exactly we are trying to inspect that except this service dot check author dot to have been called. Have been called means it has been called or not. We are going to check it. So this is where exactly the spy on is going to do. So what exactly the spy get salary method should invoke one more method called as check authentication. So to check whether it has been invoked or not, we are using spy. So spy is trying to check it. If it is there, the how do it is checking that whether it has been called or not, by using this assertion that is called as to have been called assertion. So with the help of this, it is trying to able to identify. So once this has been identified, then the particular method is executed means it is true, otherwise the method is not executed means it is false. So now let us execute this and just check. So it is giving total 3 success, means it is able to identify. So you can see that what is that method should return the value salary slip. So you can just see that in, yeah. So employee component should return the value salary slip. So it was able to spy, jasus कर दिया.
जासूसी करी.
कर दिया. So it was able to identify this. So this is what is called as spy. So when you will be using spy is if one method is having another method to be called, then you can just use the SPYON.